Hello students, my name is Pratiksha Marathe, Assistant Professor in Botany from Ganpat Pasikar College of Education, Hamal, Pennem, Goa. So today's program is Bachelor of Science, 3rd year. Subject is Botany, Semester 5. Course code is BOC 107. Course title is Microbiology and Plant Pathology. So the title of the unit is Plant Disease Epidemiology. Module name is Transmission and Spread of Plant Pathogens. Introduction. So in today's module, we will be learning about the dissemination of plant pathogens which occurs via the air, water, animal life, birds, insects and man. Then we will be also learning about the transmission of plant viruses which occurs via the use of different agents. Learning outcomes. So at the end of this module, students will be able to define the dissemination and the pathogens. Students will also be able to explain the mode of dissemination of plant pathogens, that is particularly the bacteria and the fungi. Students will be also able to explain the mode of transmission of the plant viruses. Introduction. So all the parasitic as well as the viral diseases, they are transmissible. So the microscopic parasites or the submicroscopic infectious agents with viruses or the bacteria, they are generally termed as the pathogens as they causes the pathogenic diseases in the plants. So wherever a disease is being established, suppose in a particular area or a country, the transmission of the pathogen from a particular host to a different host or from one place to the another place, it is termed as the dissemination or the dispersal of the pathogen. So we will see now in detail about the dissemination of the fungal and the bacteria. So now we will be learning in detail about the dissemination of the fungi and the bacterial pathogens. So first is the dissemination by air. So air it serves the largest number of pathogen dissemination and it permits the rapid and the widespread distribution of them. So the strong wind gusts are very effective in dislodging and carrying the masses of fungal spores, bacteria, pollen, etc. to the reasonable height. So this spread of the pathogen via the air, it takes place via the two ways. First is by wind distribution of the diseased plant parts, and the second is via the dispersal of the spores and the vegetative cells of the diseased plant. And the second is via the dispersal of the spores and the vegetative cells of the pathogens. The aerial dispersal of spores. So the spores of many phytopathogenic fungi, they are very well adapted for the aerial dispersal because they are very small and they are light in weight. So the fungi, they produces different kinds of spores. For example, we have the rust fungi which produces uridospores. We have another different kinds of fungi. For example, we have Albugo, Peronospora which are from the rust fungi. Then we have the different kingdoms. For example, we have the Ascomycetes and the Deuteromycetes from the fungi which generally produces the Conidia which bears the conidiospores. And the last we have is the smut fungi which generally produces the teleospores. So these are the different spores which are being produced by the fungi and they will be dispersed via the aerial method. So the second type is the dissemination by the water. So the water it also serves as a medium for the dissemination of the plant pathogens. So it occurs via the two ways. First is that the water it will act as a medium for the actively motile organisms or the spores wherein they can swim and they can come in contact with the other host organism. So the actively motile cells is being found in the chytrids, then in the white rust and few of the downy mildew pathogens. So the second kind is by the mechanical action of the runoff rain, then the irrigation water or by the stream flow, wherein the non-motile spores and the ergot sclerotia of the fungi of the certain aquatic and the marsh grasses, they can come in contact with the other host organism and it can spread the disease. So the third is via the dissemination by the animal life. So there are different forms of animals which are responsible for the spreading of the different plant pathogens. For example, we have is the nematodes which are responsible for the causing of bacterial brown rot of the. So first we have is the nematodes which acts like an agent for the spread of the bacterial brown rot of potato, this disease. So next we have are the slugs which spreads black rot of crucifers. Next we have is the mice and squirrels which are responsible for the dissemination of the wood rotting fungi. And the last we have are the horses and the cows which are responsible for the dissemination of potato scab and the potato wart pathogens. So the fourth is the dissemination by birds. So the birds, they are also being responsible for the spread of plant pathogens. For example, we have certain flowering parasite that are Loranthus. The scientific name includes the Dendroptera fallicata and the viscous species which is termed as the mistletoe, wherein there are certain birds which can disseminate the pathogens from this plant to the other plants. So here dissemination is generally being carried through the external contamination of their beaks and the feathers or the internally through their alimentary canal. For example, here we have is the chestnut blight fungus which is being generally disseminated by the birds. Fifth one we have is the dissemination by the insect. So the insect, they generally act as a carriers for the infective materials which adhere to their bodies or they harbor to the inoculum within their bodies. So when they generally come in contact with the infected plant, the vegetative cells or the spores, they can adhere to these insects and they can be transported to the other host organism, the healthy plants, wherein it can cause infection. So dissemination of the bacterial and the fungal disease is being observed via the insects, and also this insect, they can act as a vector for the viral diseases. So the sixth one is the dissemination by man. So human also plays an important role in the dispersal of germs and various plant pathogens with increasing in the international trade and the transport. So the pathogen source here generally are the new plants, the seed and the tubers and the propagating stalk, hay, straw, certain packing materials and your vegetables and the fruits. So the example of the fungus which are being disseminated by man includes fungus of the lead blight of potato, then smut of barley, then smut of jawar and burnt of heat, etc. So next we will be learning about the transmission of the plant viruses. So the plant viruses, they rarely come out of the plant. Therefore, they cannot be easily transmitted by the agents such as wind or the water. So first, the transmission of plant viruses, it takes place through the vegetatively propagating plant. So the viruses which are present in the mother plant from which the plant augurs are taken, they can be transmitted to the progeny. So this takes place via the plant materials or the plant organs. We have the buds, grafts, then cuttings, tubers, corms, bulbs or the rhizomes. So the second is the mechanical transmission, wherein the plant viruses, they are being transmitted merely by contact or the slight rubbing of the infected and the healthy plant organs with each other. So here if you take a healthy plant, So second is the mechanical transmission, wherein the transmission can occur merely by contact or the slight rubbing of the infected plant to the healthy plant organ. So for example, we have is the potato virus X, which is abbreviated as the PVX. So here the process is that if you have a wounded plants, which generally occurs in the field, if you use certain tools, so you have a wounded plant and you have a subsequent other wounded plants. So if you have a tools, hands or the clothes, which will be, there will be a virus infected sac which can adhere on this and it can be subsequently transferred to other plants. The third is the seed transmission. So this is seed transmission, it is not very common in case of plant viruses, but fever or hundred of viruses can be transmitted via the seed source. For example, we have is the ring spot virus of soybean, then the mosaic virus of watermelon and the striped mosaic virus in the barley. So the fourth kind of transmission is the pollen transmission, wherein the flowers of healthy plants which are being pollinated with the pollen of the virus infected plants which are produced. So the flowers of the healthy plants are pollinated with the pollens of the virus infected plants, which generally produces the seeds that carries the virus. For example, we have is the stone fruit ring spot virus in squash and in sour cherry. And the fifth kind of transmission which is observed in the plant viruses is the insect transmission. So it is very common and they are economically most important means of transmission. So we have the insect vectors such as aphids, leaf hoppers, tree hoppers, then white flies, mealybugs, etc. So what they generally does is they suck the juice from the infected plant and when it visits the healthy plant, it can transfer that particular pathogen to the healthy plant. So the leaf hoppers, they are generally involved in the transmission of curly top virus of the beetroot. And we have next is the peach aphids, which generally involved in the transmission of the mosaic virus of the beetroot. These are the references. Thank you.